Hi, my name is Chaz with Breach Free. I'm a behavioral analyst. Along with my fellow behavioral analyst, Amani, we went through the portions of this framework that we felt the behavioral analyst would mostly contribute to. And for the identified portions, we mostly focus on the risk assessment stage subcategory, because we felt that as behavioral analysts, our main job would be, identifying possible risk, insiders, and keeping an eye on things, basically.
Cyber threat governance. We have monitoring the company's networks, ensuring a secure networking environment, making sure all the antivirus and defensive software are running and are up to date. For policy analysis, we have, in the first step of insider threat, is secure all networks and sensitive information, locating the IP address or location of an attack, mitigating the effects of the attack, and minimizing the amount of lost data. Procedures. We know insider threats can attack through emails and network breaches. So to prevent that attack, we want to conduct penetration testing, security and analysis, review of our networks, and network mapping. For the IT risk analyst governance, we have protection of information, two-step verification, proper protocols in place, training. For policy analysis, we have protection of information, which includes two-step verification process and training again. For procedures, we have key tags, which generate random numbers to one person or an employee in the company, and also training employees on how to recognize potential threats.
Hey guys, Sean Dooley, compliance analyst at Breach Free. Going to run you real quick through what the risk assessment aspect is in relation to the compliance analyst role, right? So, bad guy does something bad, espionage case 4, tries to fling the country with PII of company, gets caught by FBI and public make big case out of it, and it worries stakeholders. We, as a compliance analyst group, we tell, for public relations, we tell the public that we are going to get a third-party audit who's going to conduct a risk assessment, so that A, we can make sure this never happens again, B, understand where this fell flat, right? 3 big things of the compliance analyst for this, just in general, but especially with risk assessment: communication, public relations, and documentation, right? So stage 2, in the beginning aspect of the risk assessment executive statement, what's the goal of this and the scope, what questions do we need answered, what's applicable, right? We're going to go to conduct the assessment, we're going to make sure everything's documented, we're going to make sure everything's being conducted according to correct documentation, and we're going to make sure that any risks or threats that show up are able to be prevented through documentation in the future, and make sure everything along the way is being communicated properly in methods known to the organization. We get to the third step, communication, right? We're going to talk to the public, we're going to tell stakeholders exactly what happened, we're going to ease any questions, we're going to take feedback, we're going to answer anything, we're going to make sure that everything is known, and we're not trying to hide anything. We're also going to make sure that it's known we recovered, right? And we became a better organization. Final step to it, risk 4, the after assessment, public acceptance recovery. Like I said, we're going to we're going to present to the public what happened, and we're going to refer back to this risk assessment for future measures, so that not only are the new and updated controls always remembered why we did them, but future technology or future problems that might arise can also be referred back to this assessment, right? The biggest thing is planning for the future. Sean Dooley, Breach Free.